Hello and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV patch 7.2 with me, Meoni. Today we're continuing our look at housing items, and what better way to do this than continue and complete our 7.2 housing vendor items. So if you didn't know already, there are 7 items outside of the jobstones we've already looked at that you can get for your house from the housing merchant. This includes a tree, an east end tree, and a hedge trimmed flower bed. Both of those are outdoor, obviously. Then we've actually got a number of partitions. We've got blank minimalist partitions and the minimalist partition door. We also have these mantle shelves as well as vault ribs, and you'll find these on the various menus of a housing merchant. You know, the outdoor stuff on the outdoor stuff, and so on and so forth. So 7,500 for the outdoors items each. When it comes to the partitions, it will cost you 9,000 gil for the blank minimalist and 9,000 gil for the actual door for the minimalist. The vault rib will cost you 6,000 gil, and the mantle shelves will cost you 5,000 gil. So let's go look at these items. Okay, here we are at our FC estate, and let's have a look at these housing items then, since it is beautiful daytime. Very hard to find decent lighting these days. So let's have a look at the outdoor stuff first. So first of all, we have ourselves the East End tree. It says, this specimen, transplanted from a disputed forest, lends a touch of ennui to any lawn. I don't know if it's ennui? Probably, I don't know. So let's plop this down. This, of course, is obviously from a housing merchant, as you saw. And as you can see, this is quite a well-detailed tree. The difference then between other trees that we've had is that this is coppiced, right? Coppicing is essentially the act of woodland management, where essentially when a tree is a sapling, or it grows just above a sapling, they actually cut the tree in half. This is actually a ancient traditional method where you can basically increase the growth of other trunk-sized trees basically out of the same tree, which is what we've got here. A little bit of a backstory there on what exactly is going on. So if you ever wondered, why does that tree have multiple trunks? It's because it's been woodland managed at some point in its existence. It is a man-made intervention. This can happen naturally, but it's very unlikely because, you know, there's not many things that would do that in nature, apart from maybe some, you know, lightning strikes, things like that, natural disasters. But as you can see, this is quite a well-managed sapling, a tree that has been transplanted, as they said in the text. It's got this beautiful bushy top to it, this beautiful autumnal flare of leaves, and yeah, it's a really nice addition, actually. But there you go. If you didn't know about coppicing or coppice, then now you totally do. Bit of random, unusual facts. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing is this wonderful hedge-trimmed flower bed. This is a circular hedge, tenderly blossoming and primly kept. So this is your well-kept, trimmed bush flower bed. It is in a semicircle, so what we could do is have multiples of these. I don't have enough housing slots to actually demonstrate that right now. In terms of a size reference then, there you go. It's pretty cool actually, isn't it? We've got these flowers who are growing well at the top of the hedgerow. It's only kind of thigh high to a low-sized Mikote. So if you're a Lalafell, this is probably like actually quite big, but for everyone else, it is quite the diddle bush. But it's nice, isn't it? It's actually quite nice. And yeah, let's have a look at the furnishings then. So is the $1 million question, is it the flowers or is it the greenery? It is, of course, the flowers. That makes sense, I suppose, because how are you going to find shrubbery that has that's gone changed from green unless you were to throw dyes at it? But at least we can change the flowers. That's really nice, actually. Really nice touch. I like ruby red on that, actually. Yeah, but if you were going through a theme for your garden, hopefully they add more things like this that you can basically change the color of, accents and things like that. Maybe you could put this around a wooden section, like a, I don't know, what do you call it? Like an outdoors seating area, that kind of thing. There's lots of frames and building stuff like that. So you could probably change the color of the wood and then change the color of this to match, maybe have something in the center, right? We could make a water feature in the center of this. In the previous video, we looked at the Chocobo Chick Fountain, which is from a new Brock Skin map drops, the treasure map dungeon drops, and you could have that in the center, and this would go really nicely around it, and then put that in the center of a path. Yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it? What a nice bush and what a nice tree. Let's go inside. All right, let's look at the other 4 items then. And yeah, we are in the process of still deciding what we want to do with the FC house. Probably the next time you see it, it might be a little bit more. We've got a blank minimalist partitions, and it says a simple partition that may yet be freed from its simplicity by adornments. Exactly. You're damn right. I'm going to put some frames on this. So if you like the minimalist design of the new housing design, like I do, this might be the perfect partition for this. Let's take this upstairs for a second. I might go for a minimalist full look this time. And if you've got this housing design, you'll be happy to know that it fits very snugly against the walls. It doesn't really line up fully, does it? If anything, it's slightly above the housing design. Oh no, that's frustrating. It's the little things, but from a distance you can tell, can't you? You can tell that it's not lined up. Like the housing design that they added, it doesn't line up with a partition. Still, if we could place something there, I'm sure you wouldn't notice. But yeah, so that's the partition, which we've got a couple of. Looks pretty good. And then we also have a partition door. There we go. That's better. That's more flush. Ah, OCD. Everybody else who suffers from extreme OCD like myself probably gets a better kick out of that, but not so much a kick out of that. All right, so the actual door partition then. It's a door partition. It's a nice door partition, and I like these. I really do. Oh, wait. Oh, you could apply designs to it then. So if you don't like this, you can apply designs. Oh, that's really cool, actually. That is really cool. Similar to the premium ones that you can buy. I mean, there are others that do it, but if you don't like these wooden lines, you can apply your own wallpaper to this. That's really cool. And of course, it's got a functional door. Nice thick door as well. None of these small puny ones. Yeah, I think this is going to be a mainstay of the design. Whatever I go for, I'm probably going to end up using these partitions. So having them vendor purchased is huge. Like, that's really nice. They look good. And it's a good space. The other items then added that we need to look at are the mantle shelf, which we bought 2 of those as well. So let's plop that down. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be something wall hanging, but it is a nice little shelf. This might be the perfect place to put your job stones, actually. In fact, let's do that. So as I'm putting these on, you can see they are actually wavy steps. So essentially, you know, with the snap to grid turned on, which is a problem you can fix very easily, you'll see that regardless of what the item is, something that is shelf size, like these job stones. Also from the housing merchants, by the way, they updated them with all of the new ones. If you've not seen that video yet, you'll notice that they snap specifically like this. So if you wanted to, you'd have to turn off your snap to grid. But I think they were kind of designed for this exact purpose, for at least this kind of placing slot, honestly, because those look a lot better. They're tiered stairs. You could even do a tier list, couldn't you? Although they kind of are in a bit of a tier list right now in regards to my own feelings about them. I've certainly got my favorites on the left there and on the right, not so much. But yeah, these are great little things, honestly, and I can see a lot of people doing something exactly like this, or with some trophy items or other things that mean something to them. But these new housing items, all of what you see here is housing item, and I think that's fantastic. They've made it so that people can have nice, accessible, good looking things. In terms of the furnishing color of the mantle shelf, then it actually doesn't change the wood. Again, another reason why I would like to have a second palette system for furnishings. I will not stop talking about that, but as you can see, if you wanted to, it is quite nice, like a nice dark color. You get the gold inlay for free there, so if you wanted to, you could have something like different colors and stuff for tiered stuff. I could see a lot of people using this, actually. quite a nice little decorative item. And especially with these job stones, it looks really cool, doesn't it? Yeah. So whilst we're talking about dyes as well, I kind of also wish that at some point in the future they gave us the access of using metallic dyes on housing. But I guess not. Yeah, look at that. The jet black. Much darker than the regular color that it comes with. But yeah, those look cool, don't they? Whilst we're talking about furnishing and dye ability, the actual partitions and stuff don't change color, as you can see. So you can't actually change the color of these because they have the ability to apply decorations to them, right? Wraps, essentially. So that's why that's like that. And then we also have one last item to look at from this, which is, of course, the vault rib, which, as you can see, looks like this. It is basically a corner piece. So if you wanted to make a nice archway, there's plenty of really cool doors and partitions and stuff this would be useful in. But there's a good demonstration, I guess, of what it looks like. You can essentially have that arched piece. It is like a corner piece, deliberately a corner piece. Look, so you're kind of intended to put this thing in a corner of your house. But that's actually really nice because it makes it so that it's not just a corner, right? Obviously, you're adding a bit of flair to this. You might have to turn off snap to grid because that's not flush, like, at all. But there's a lot of marble partitions and things like that. But even as a base color like this, I think it works really nicely. Get it as close as we can. There we go. That's literally as close as we can get it. So yeah, that's quite nice. And of course, if you're doing different colored things, obviously we've got the furnishing color for this. Actually, we don't. That's a missed opportunity. So you can't... So one of the missed opportunities is that you can't actually dye the vault rib, which is unfortunate. So unless you've got an exact color match, which I guess we do here, sort of. Oh, I've got to move that a bit closer. That's annoying me. But we'll mess around with that later. You can't color match. So you've got to hope that you've got a marble or white spackled sort of top here with something there. But it does kind of fit in nicely to the minimalist house, in my opinion. But yeah, let me know what you think about all of these things. I think it's really nice that we keep getting essentially items that you can just buy from a vendor. And I'm especially happy with these partitions and the door. Less happy about the lining up of the what do you call it? The framing. I don't know what that's called. I'm drawing a blank there. But yeah, I think the stands are probably my favorite bit. Anyway, let me know what you think about these items, if you plan to get any of these, and let me know what you plan to do with them. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will indeed see you all next time. Bye-bye.